If Congress could not reach an agreement on the deficit, the sequester kicks in and these automatic spending cuts will occur that bring in an additional $1.2 trillion in deficit reduction. Already, some in Congress are trying to undo these automatic spending cuts. My message to them is simple. No. I will veto any effort to get rid of those automatic spending cuts. We've got these automatic, brutal spending cuts that are poised to happen next Friday.
Cuts will force the Navy to cancel maintenance of 11 ships.
FBI agents will be furloughed.
Thousands of teachers and educators will be laid off.
Federal prosecutors will have to close cases.
They'll have to furlough some Border Patrol agents.
Sequestration equals unemployment.
Fewer inspections of food plants.
Unpaid leave.
More terror attacks.
Furloughed for up to 14 days.
Delayed flight times.
Cutbacks.
Higher food prices.
The cuts will be painful.
Several myths dominate the debate over the so-called spending cuts under sequestration. The first is that spending goes down under the plan.
When we talk about the sequester, we're not talking about cuts as in spending less money than we did the year before. We will spend more money this year than we did last year, and we will spend more money next year than we do this year. The sequester isn't slamming on the brakes. It's easing briefly up on the gas pedal and then flooring it again.
Opponents of sequestration argue that so-called non-defense discretionary spending takes a big hit.
Well, the cuts are not spread equally across all areas of spending, so domestic discretionary spending takes a somewhat bigger hit, about 9%. That would bring us back all the way to the level of spending we experienced in 2009, which was not exactly a lean year for federal spending. The Defense Department does take the biggest hit, and in fact, it's the only area of government that actually sees a real cut. But it's only temporary. It doesn't change the trajectory of spending. And in fact, within 6 years, we'll be right back where we are today.
Even under sequestration, the Pentagon will soon spend far more in inflation-adjusted dollars than at the height of the Cold War.
No doubt there's going to be real pain for some people who are directly affected by these cuts and communities that depend on federal paychecks. But these cuts amount to just 0.03% of our GDP. If we can't cut federal spending by that amount without tanking the whole economy, well, we really are just as bad off as Greece.